Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is me, Prion, your resident Vainglory transplant, trying to make League of Legends Wild Rift content. And today, the patch notes for Wild Rift, I believe it is 2.2, have been leaked from a international article. They put the patch notes out a little bit early. They've spilled out onto Reddit and Twitter and Discord, and well, here we are. I'm going to be reading the patch notes to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy and find this useful. First thing I want to talk about is not actually in the patch notes screenshots, but it was in the article that was translated by some people from the community on Reddit. Rengar and Kha'Zix are going to be added to the game on May 6th. So we have that to look forward to if you're a jungle player, and dread it if you're not a jungle player, because I know both of those are incredible jungle picks. Anyways, to start off with the buffs and nerfs, we have Darius is getting nerfed in the next patch. So I'll read out the dev comments for each one. It's kind of like their rationale with the changes. I like to read that stuff out because I feel like it gives you some insight onto what Riot's thinking. So Darius beats his opponents just with his base stats, not really building damage. By reducing his health, we're going to reduce his effectiveness in lane. His base health is being reduced from 650 to 610. His base health regen is being reduced from 9 to 7. So Darius's early laning power and just kind of effectiveness without AD items and other items to buff his HP is getting nerfed. I know Darius is a very popular solo queue pick in the top lane, so this might shake up the solo queue meta a little bit for top lane players. Next we have Draven. This and the dev comment says, now that everybody has mastered the art of catching the axes, Draven is becoming too strong. We're going to keep his AD heavy gameplay, but we're going to take advantage of the Draven snowball effect to reduce the damage to give opponents more of a chance before it gets out of control. So the damage of spinning axe is being reduced by 10 at all levels. So at level 1 it goes from 55 to 45, and at level 4 it's going from 70 to 60. Next up we have Evelynn, also being nerfed. Evelynn can use her ult very often. This allows her to easily escape in difficult situations and consistently execute her opponents. We think that increasing the cooldown of the ability will allow you to play against opponents better, especially into the early mid stages against an Evelynn. So these dev comments can be a little bit strange because they are loosely translated from a different language to English. Anyways, cooldown of Evelynn's ult, Last Caress, 100 seconds at level 1 now is going to be 120, and then 70 seconds up from 60 at level 3. So Evelynn nerf in the jungle, it's going to make that window where you can engage on her easily a little bit bigger in the mid game. Next up we have Galio getting buffed, and the dev comment says, we nerfed Galio a little bit too much and discovered a bug that could cause us to be mistaken when we evaluated his strength. We are boosting some of the things that can contribute to Galio's stamina in fights, and also bringing some changes that we think will make him more fun. So his health per level is going up by 10 from 115 to 125, and then his passive, Crushing Blow, is getting a reduced cooldown at levels 2 and 3. And then a bug fix on Winds of War, his first ability. So there was a bug where it would deal the initial damage twice, which is probably what was causing Galio to be so overpowered before he was nerfed. They fixed that bug and then upped the AP ratio of Winds of War again, which should put Galio normally in line as far as damage goes. Alright, next up we have Katarina. Katarina is a little too strong. They say a little too strong. They think Katarina is just a little bit too strong. I find that funny. We are slightly weakening the parts of the skill set that skilled Katarina players use consistently. So her passive is being damage reduced at all levels, down to 62 from 72 at level 1. So it seems like it's just going to be down 10 at all levels on the passive. And then the range of Shumpo is being reduced by 0.5. This does not seem like a big change on paper, but I tell you, range decreases on a MOBA are extremely important. So this is a hefty Katarina nerf. Alright, next up we have Leona. Leona should shine in the duo lane against ranged supports, but unfortunately she's very overshadowed. Yeah, my 15% Leona win rate is not going to argue with that. These changes will definitely help Leona initiate conflicts and win against perishable champions. I think that means like squishy champions. Alright, so her base health regen is being upped by 1.5. Her passive Sunlight is being increased in damage at all levels. And then Zenith Blade, her third ability, is getting 0.5 more range. That is a big change. So Leona is going to be finding it easier to land those roots onto ranged champions. That's huge. Alright, moving on, we have Teemo. Teemo's third ability, his invisibility, is getting a bug fix. The camo duration per level increase is now from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. The duration 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5 still appears as the duration, but it is not that. So they fixed it to 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, Ziggs is getting an early game nerf. All the dev comment says here is Ziggs explosives are too effective in the early game. His bouncing bomb is getting increased in cooldown at all levels except for level 4. Next, we have a slew of changes affecting different bot lane ADCs. And first, let's talk about Ashe. It says Ashe in Wild Rift fires much less arrows than Ashe on PC. So we're going to give Ashe more opportunity to use Volley Fire. Her second ability, Volley Fire, is getting a cooldown decrease at all levels. So it's going to be down 1 second at first level, and then all the way down to 4 seconds from 5 at level 4. Next up, we have Tristana. We're going to increase Tristana's burst damage and give her a chance to perform more flamboyant moves. The base active damage of Explosive Charge is being increased at all levels, and then her ultimate shot put is, actually, I'm not sure if that's what it's called, if that's translated strangely. I have never played Tristana, so maybe it's called something different. The base damage of her ultimate is being also increased at all levels. To 350, 450, 550. Moving on, we have Varus. Varus sucks, so I'm glad he's getting these buffs. His base mana is being increased from 345 to 390, and then his Blighted Quiver, his second ability, the missing health passive damage on that is being increased, it seems, at all levels. Yep. Okay, so just big percentage increases on his missing health damage with Blighted Quiver. That's all we have for Varus. Next is Vayne. It says Vayne's ultimate is generally good, but it's very weak early. We're going to make it a viable option in lane duels. Let's see, the bonus SG. I'm not really sure how Vayne's ult works, but the bonus SG is going up from 20, 30, 40 to 30, 40, 50. And then the cooldown is going from 90, 75, 60 to 80, 70, 60. So yeah, Vayne changes. Never played Vayne, but I hope you guys have fun with those. Last champion change, we have Xayah. Her second ability is going down in mana cost from 60 to 50, and then the cooldown is going down at all levels. Looks like a 1 second cooldown decrease at every level for that second ability on Xayah. Next, her third ability, Sharp Shot, is getting a fixing time increase. I think that means root time increase. If I remember correctly, that's when she like pulls the feathers back and it roots people. So it's getting increased from 1 second to 1.25 seconds. All right, item changes. Ardent Sensor. I had to ask somebody what hot steam holder was, and they said it's Ardent Sensor. So the total cost is being increased by 200, and the combined cost of the items that make it up is being increased to 850 gold. Next, Harmonic Echo, which I'm 99% sure this is. The bonus or the base damage is being decreased at high levels, and the health ratio of bonus damage is being decreased. So enchanters are being nerfed. Conqueror changes. It says that champions with high poke ability are too easily getting Conqueror stacks before going into battle. So they're decreasing the minimum load time of Conqueror. And lastly, we're getting a summoner spell change. Barrier is getting nerfed 30 seconds extra on the cooldown. And then dragon changes. The Infernal Dragon and the Cloud Dragon are getting nerfed across the board along with their Elder counterparts. Apparently Riot felt like the Infernal and Cloud Dragons were too useful compared to the Ocean and Mountain Dragons. I don't know what's up with the Cloud Dragon. I always thought that was the worst one. But Infernal Dragon, definitely can see them nerfing it. So that is it for the leaked patch notes, guys. Thank you for watching. There are still a ton of skins coming out that I did not want to spoil. You guys will just have to surprise yourself with those or go find it somewhere else. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Check out my previous Wild Rift video. I've only made one so far. But I am from Vainglory, and I have a lot of YouTube experience, so I am looking to make more Wild Rift content in the future. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.